Hey everybody, welcome back to our channel. Today we're going to be doing our BoxyCharm unboxing for the month of December. So you can see it's super gold and cute, and it says bubbles and glitz, which kind of reminds me of champagne and like New Year's and stuff like that. So I like that. All I have on my face right now is foundation because I saw that we get a squishy. So let's talk about the squishy. This is the original makeup eraser sponge. The first ever machine washable sponge formulated by the original makeup eraser with the same wash tech technology to erase makeup out of your sponge by machine washing, $18. So I already got mine wet. As you can see, it's fluffy. It did gain like twice the size when I got it wet. And it's got a flat edge and then a flat bottom so that you can actually stand it up, which is nice. And then I guess... it has directions in there, but it comes with this like little egg that you put it inside and you screw it closed to wash it in your washer. Now, I don't know how I feel about this because I wouldn't want to waste a whole load of laundry just to wash just this. But I would not want to put it with my clothes either because I'm sure you guys have seen when you put like foundation gets on your clothes, it never comes out. So I would not want to wash a dirty beauty blender with my laundry either, so I'll have to look and do some research and see what they want you to do with that. I think it's a cool concept, but not very like, efficient, I guess. So I wanted to use it to show you guys like how it works with concealer. I don't use beauty sponges for foundation. It's just, I don't like it. So that's why I already put my foundation on. I like to do it with a brush. So I'm using the Too Faced Sculpting Concealer. This is the only concealer I've been using for the last year. Ever since I got it. It's my favorite. Okay. So let's see. I'm going to use the flat edge. It feels really good. It feels like a Real Techniques sponge, which is my favorite one. It smells a little bit chemically. I'm looking at a mirror down here as well. It's blending the product out pretty nice. I mean, all sponges are, you know, relatively similar. So I go by how they feel in my hand, like how soft and squishy they are. And this one is super soft and squishy. So I don't have any complaints. It holds a lot of water without feeling wet or heavy. And the more water it holds, like the less of your product it's sucking up. In case you're wondering why I brought that up. Yeah, I really like it. It buffed everything in super smoothly and left no awkward tracks or patterns. I like it. I like it. $18 is super expensive, but I feel like I've never found a beauty blender besides Real Techniques that's super cheap. But I would still go with Real Techniques because while this brush is good, there's nothing about it, or that sponge is good, there's nothing about it that, you know, really makes it stand out from the crowd. So Real Techniques, I think they're like $5 or $6 at Walgreens and Walmart. I mean, I would still go with that, but it's definitely good to get in our box, though, and get a lot of use out of it. I just wouldn't buy it separately, you know? I'm going to do my contour, and then we got a banana powder that I'm going to try, which I'm really excited for. Okay, so I put a little bit of contour on. So this is the Gerard Cosmetics Pressed Banana Powder for $35. So the total of the box with just the two products we're using so far is $35, $45, $52. We pay $25 for the box, so it's really not bad. Now, Gerard Cosmetics, you guys, those of you who've been around forever know that I used to use this brand, like Ride or Die. When they changed their products to square, I just hated the packaging so much that I never, like, got their stuff anymore. They also took me off their PR list, which was just kind of like a turn-off. Like, they didn't tell me or anything, and it was just annoying. But their products were always good quality, though. So I'm going to tap off the excess. It's a very yellow powder, and pop it underneath my eyes all the way up the cheekbone. Let's see. A little bit on top of my eyelid, and then forehead, and then drag it down the center of the face. Yeah, it looks really good. I think it adds almost like a sheen, like a, A little bit down here. Almost like more coverage, which sounds kind of weird, but it almost like takes away more of the shadows. They used to have a teeny tiny little banana powder. I wonder if this is the same one because I used to love that, and this is really, really good. So this is great. Highly recommend, and definitely worth the money as well as worth being in our box. So I'm definitely happy with that. Let me see what we want to use next. Oh, we have an eyeshadow palette, and it looks like a little baby one. This is the Huda Beauty Amethyst Obsessions eyeshadow palette for $27. And it says it has 9 shades in here, so let's see. Pop it out of its little thing. This is what it looks like. Super cute. Is it going to be purple? Is it going to be these shades? Oh, it is. I mean, that's really cute. I picked the wrong shirt to wear for this video, didn't I, though? Look at how cute this little baby palette is. I love this. I think that it's going to look ridiculous with my shirt, but there's nothing I can really do about that, so let's just roll with it, I guess. I'm going to go in, this is the lightest shade down here, is this lighter magenta-y-ish shade. Oh, you guys know that when I do this, I only use what's in the palette so that you guys can be guaranteed to be able to recreate the look. Whoa, super pigmented, so have a light touch with it. I'm barely touching my skin. Like, literally barely touching it. So just be careful. Normally, you'd go in with maybe a lighter transition shade. But like I said, I want to just use what I have so that I know that you guys can recreate if this was the only makeup you had. You know what would have been smart of me to do, like when I first started BoxyCharm, is keeping all BoxyCharm makeup in a completely separate location, because then I could go back and use those products in my BoxyCharm videos because I know that you guys would have had them. But I guess at the same time, it's like, okay, let me rephrase. I should be doing it whereas someone who just only has this box can do it, I guess. Oh, bless me. Okay, very nice. I'm going to go in with the next shade, Darker, which these are such pretty shades. It's almost got a little bit of purple in it. This one does. And I'm going to concentrate this one towards the outer corner because usually we'll put a darker shade in the outer corner just to build a little bit of dimension. Oh, very, very, very pretty. Then we'll go in with actually the next step, Darker as well. I'm going to go in with a little bit more of a dense brush, and I'm going to go in with this super dark berry color here. Now this I'm just going to stamp on right to the outer corner, right down close to the lash line. Stamp and then start swirling towards my hair. I think that's really pretty too. It's almost giving us a little bit of like a cat eye effect. Sometimes I like to get the cat eye effect with eyeshadow because I can't really wear liner now with my lash extensions. And the way that you get that is by being very dramatic with your dark shadows close to the lash line, as you can see. So that's really pretty. Now what I'm going to do is take a flat top brush and I'm going to choose one of these center glittery shades to go over the center of the eye. I kind of really want to see what this purple one looks like. It really is a glitter. So it's not like it's just a shimmery shadow. It's definitely one of those like pressed glitter pigment type things. That's very purple, as you can see. Which it is in the pan too. I don't know why I'm acting surprised. You know what I should have used? Oh wow, you can use a little bit for like a more subtle effect. I should have used this top one here because it matches my colors better. Let me see if I can go over it. I just got carried away and I really wanted to see that purple. Yeah, this magenta is a much better fit. And I like how it actually kind of melts into your eye. So it almost goes from being a glitter to being an eyeshadow because it kind of melts together once it's on there. It becomes super smooth. Super pretty. And actually, now that I've got a little bit of the bright purple shining through, it just gives like a little reflex and it's really pretty. I'm going to go in with the dark magenta and just grab my lower lash line. Very nice. What do you guys think? I actually really love this little palette. Very good quality, very pigmented. type color scheme, the colors worked really well with each other. There's obviously limited looks that you can do with this palette, but I think that's kind of the point with this one. So I'm actually a really big fan of it. I really like that a lot. We actually also got a mascara to complete the look. This is the Tarte Man-Eater mascara for $23. This is a classic, and it's a great mascara. I've used it before. This is what the packaging looks like. I'm okay with opening it, even though I already have one, because all my mascaras are super old. Now, I never pay a whole lot of attention to my mascaras just because I always have lash extensions. Back in the day, I used to, because I have really long natural lashes, so mascaras are good for me when I don't have lash extensions. But I've had them on for a really long time now. Yeah, just a light coat on the bottom. It's a nice straight mascara wand, thin. It's really good for getting all of your lashes. More for lengthening and separating, less for volume. Okay, so there is one more thing. The last thing is a MAC Luster lipstick for $19. So the total of our box far, far exceeds. We've got to be at like what? I don't even know. We've got to be at like $100 or something. So here's the MAC lipstick I got in the shade Hug Me, and it's a really pretty kind of nude, dark, mauve-y brown shade. I'm going to put a lip liner on first and then try it out. I don't really like luster lipsticks because they're shiny, and I'm not a fan of shiny lipsticks, especially with an eye look like this. I would never wear this with like such a sparkly eye look, but the lipstick itself is really pretty. I'm getting flashbacks to the BoxyCharm videos I used to do back in the day where I'd be looking crazy because I wanted to make sure I tested out every product. But yeah, overall, I really do like this box. It's a pretty, like, strange box. Like, the choice of products together is kind of strange, not very cohesive. But I still do really like it. We get useful stuff in here. Like the banana powder, mascara, and the sponge are things that you can always use. The eyeshadow palette is super fun. And then the lipstick is nice, especially if you do like a gloss. Then you're really going to like this, but I'm just not a fan of the glossy lipsticks. So I hope that this was a helpful video for you guys trying out all the products. Leave me a comment down below. Let me know what you think and what you got in your box. Hopefully you got it already. It is a little bit later in the month. So yeah, give this video a thumbs up for me. Leave me a comment down below, and I will talk to you guys down there. Bye.